An XRP lawyer has declared a settlement in the Ripple versus SEC case. Given the current state of affairs involving Ripple Labs and the SEC, it is imperative that XRP attorney Bill Morgan raises a crucial hurdle that must be addressed. This is in reaction to the filing of a motion to drop the SEC action against a prominent cryptocurrency exchange which draws heavily on key facts from the Ripple case. Bill Morgan thinks a settlement between Ripple and the SEC is highly unlikely. In his assessment, Morgan focuses on Kraken's recent actions, which in his view have greatly diminished the likelihood of a settlement in the Ripple versus SEC case. Morgan gives special mention to Kraken's calculated use of Judge Torres' ruling on programmatic sales. From Morgan's perspective, this action shows why the SEC will have good reason to challenge Judge Torres' ruling. Many who support Ripple's XRP were disappointed when the attorney said that a settlement in the near future was highly unlikely. Just now, Morgan dropped hints about Kraken's legal defense approach. He echoed Judge Torres' conclusions by stressing the importance of the exchange's stance on the lack of a physical connection between sellers and purchasers. Also, Morgan claimed that securities involve a specific connection among an issuer and buyer, which is how Kraken viewpoint are explained. After this, the counsel for XRP raised concerns about the fact that the SEC has failed to show any link between the companies behind the tokens sold on the Kraken exchange tokens Matic and the clients of Kraken. These tokens are considered crypto asset securities by the SEC. When it comes to the anticipation of profits, Kraken's legal defense is reminiscent of the Securities and Exchange Commission v. Ripple case, which is ongoing. However, Kraken argued in his motion that the SEC has failed to provide enough evidence to support its claim that the issuers had an appropriate expectation of profit. His position, which is based on Judge Torres' decisions, makes it considerably more difficult for the SEC to seek a settlement. In the most recent document, Kraken brought attention to the disturbing similarities between this case and the one involving Ripple's XRP in relation to its motion against the SEC. The filing highlighted the lack of a direct relationship between the issuer and the buyer as a crucial defense strategy. The cryptocurrency exchange is currently undertaking a thorough investigation into the claims made against Ripple by the SEC in an effort to disprove the idea of an expected return on investment that is dependent on the issuer's efforts. Morgan has voiced worries about the SEC's alleged unlawful handling of compliance management activities, and Kraken's research supports those concerns. Crypto exchanges aren't like other firms, they don't just decide to challenge the SEC. Kraken is worried about the timing of the SEC's accusations against them because it jives with their wish to see less oversight of digital assets by the SEC. According to Kraken, this raises questions. Current activity on the Ripple network suggests that this transfer has occurred since XRP has been transmitted to cryptocurrency exchanges in enormous volumes. The bulk of this activity comes from wallets that the user is unaware of, and it involves substantial amounts of money. The digital asset may be subject to further selling pressure as a result of this behavior. Notifications regarding major transfers on Ripple. There may be potential market fluctuations since the data monitoring firm Whale Alert stated that 5.4.8 million XRP, which is nearly $30 million, has been transacted. Approximately $15 million worth of XRP 28 million coins was sent to the Bitso exchange in a single transaction. Bitstamp received 26 million XRP valued at $14 million in a separate transaction. The XRP price is approaching a key support level of 0.5 cent at the same time as these transactions are happening. A pullback has been taking place in the price of XRP ever since it reached a recent high of 0.57 cent, leading to its latest decrease. The cryptocurrency has suffered heavy depreciation for 3 consecutive days if the current trend continues. The community is quite curious about the reasons behind these trades, which are usually linked to impending sales on exchanges and how the market will react in terms of prices. Despite this, the market's early response has been somewhat subdued. Over the previous day, XRP's value has dropped by 2.14%, reaching 0.5, the equivalent of 16.9 tries. The present decline in XRP price seems to be following the market's general trend, mirroring Bitcoin's performance. A likely reversal of the current declining trend might be signaled by an upswing that breaks past the 0.57 mark, suggesting a potential increase towards 0.67. Nevertheless, XRP can find a strong support level at $0.46 if the price keeps dropping. ZipMex, a cryptocurrency exchange, has asked the Securities and Exchange Commission of Thailand to cancel its digital asset business license, citing the fact that the declaration was given on February 23rd. It is likely to be remembered as a watershed event in the country's regulation of digital assets. ZipMex faced multiple regulatory hurdles, including the beginning of February's suspension of commercial activities before the referral to the Ministry of Finance. The failure of ZipMex to address the shortcomings in its management and staff, as well as the increase in its net capital requirement, led to the SEC's decision. These gaps were deemed inappropriate and inadequate by the regulating body. An ultimatum was given on February 1st for a duration of 15 days to ensure that the exchange complied with these criteria. But that was not what the trade achieved. Moreover, the current suggestion for license revocation and the strict regulatory framework imposed on digital asset exchanges in Thailand are both outcomes of this failure. In 2022, amidst exchange issues, the SEC filed charges against ZipMex's CEO. The operational difficulties that ZipMex had been experiencing since then had their beginnings when the firm caused major inconvenience for its customers by blocking withdrawals because it was exposed to unstable cryptocurrency lenders. The exchange is still under investigation by the SEC, despite the fact that it only took a few days to restore access to certain wallets. This is why garlinghouse, the company's CEO, is facing corruption accusations. This further complicates the already tough process of achieving full regulatory status. The ebb and flow of the digital asset market and the significance of regulatory compliance are shown by the exchange's capacity to overcome these challenges through strategic investments and possible acquisitions, one of which was Coinbase's failed effort to acquire the exchange. The SEC's resolve to protect investors is evident in its decision to halt ZipMex's business operations, even though the client still has until March 11th to demand the return of their assets. ZipMex must ensure that the undeclared assets are held in a trustworthy system after March 11th in order to be legally responsible and transparent during the winding down process. ZipMex will remain a legal entity with all the rights, responsibilities, and any legal obligations even after the license is revoked unless it is dissolved. The recent decision by the Thai Finance Ministry to exempt digital tokens and cryptocurrencies from value-added tax signals a significant policy shift towards creating an environment that is favorable to their trade. This decision is part of a larger vision for digital assets in Thailand. According to Ripple CTO David Schwartz, XRP is doing well because of other initiatives that are adopting it, which increases its demand. X was the subject of a recent exchange that included the remark. Dark Horse, an XRP enthusiast, started it all by asking for more information about how XRP benefits from initiatives like the Root Network. The crux of Dark Horse's investigation was the possibility that Ripple's ODL partner Futureverse was involved in crypto projects pertaining to the metaverse and gaming. He raised concerns about the potential consequences for XRP holders and whether Ripple does in fact supply Futureverse with XRP to use as gas tokens in their project, the Root Network. According to Dark Horse's calculations, using the Root Network for transactions can still result in more trade volume even while ODL contracts limit XRP sales. Basically, he doesn't see it as a boon to the XRP ecosystem, but rather as inflationary pressures on the price of XRP. Responding, David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple, made it clear that XRP benefits when projects use it as a token instead of making its own. He stressed how this decision improves XRP's usability and demand. Schwartz went on to say that this is not so far from an exchange listing or a company accepting a token as payment, drawing parallels with both. Having a token listed on more exchanges usually means more people will be able to buy and trade it. In a same vein, a token's utility and legitimacy as a medium of exchange are both enhanced when businesses start using it for transactions. As a result, the token's popularity and use can increase. That's all for now.